Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. Oh, look, it's failing to capture the game. Oh, there it goes. What's... I ain't missing. I got a lot of missing assets. Anyways, hi, what is up? Greetings, welcome. Salutations. It's been a while since we've streamed some City Skylines, and I just need to kind of like play a game tonight that is just going to completely occupy my mind, take my mindset in a completely different direction than where it's been this evening. So we're gonna chill with some city building if it, will ever finish loading this map. Hey, there we go. No controller. Thanks. Yeah, bye. So our starting square is where? You not let me build anywhere? There's no starting square here. Really? Is 81 tiles just like now automatically unlocking everything? I guess everything was already unlocked. Because, oh no, it's unlocking it now. Okay, I see. Oh, I've got the city limits thing turned off up there. That's why I didn't see it. Anyways, I wanted to do the 81 tiles unlocker anyway. Because I don't want to build in the default start tile, which is over here. I don't want to build here. I want to build somewhere else. What are you complaining about? Lack of power. You'll be fine. I've got electric roads turned on, so that'll take care of itself in a minute. I think where I want to start building is kind of in this area. I thought maybe over here. If I built over here, we could immediately start getting some industry going, because it looks like we have oil and ore and then more oil. And then this is all farmland, so we could do like a city here, and then expand out this way, and then by the time we're ready, that's definitely a consideration. Might want to move this roundabout. I'm not sure I like how this is and limits this side. I think it'd be better to have this come straight in. But this is a map I picked up in the Steam Workshop called, yes, a name. I don't remember exactly what it is. We don't need border lines, and we don't need contour lines. So that's not a bad area. This isn't even a bad area over here for a small city to start. Like, I could throw industry over there. We have rail access. I could do the city on this side. That's an idea. Maybe we could do something kind of special with the city to make it, just from the very start, stand out. Yeah, let's, I don't have enough money to, like, start, like, master planning the city. I have kind of an idea. I'd like it to, like, come down and then have, like, a diamond-shaped city square to it. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then maybe some beachfront properties. Possibly, maybe not. It looks like it might be too steep. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? Think it would be good? Because an industry would have access to rail right here. And I could build some bridges over the highways so that they're not all having to funnel through this one intersection. First things first, we need to build a tiny segment of road so to unlock. Okay, so we have water running over here already from way over there. So that's good. And then if I build here, then we could build our next big city once we, like, unlock the big stuff way over here. Like, where do we unlock that at? We unlock high density at 6,500, so it's not going to take long. I bet I could get 6,500 people in here. I don't have to worry about building any utilities except water pipes. Let's do it. Let's freaking... So what I want to do is... I want to get this out 10. It's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go like there. That should be 10, but then I want like one extra on top of that question mark. Yeah, this will be fine. And then kind of the same thing over here. So this I went, this is 780, but there was already some there. The 1, 2, 3, 5. I went a total of, I went there and then 1, 2 more. That should be the same length. That's 720. So we need, of course it's not going to cooperate. Oh, so this one's only 4. Okay, so I need to go here and then 2, 3. That should have it be the same. Yep. And then we're just going to go like here to here. And then how long is this? Even 1,000. We'll go an even 1,000 once again. And then we'll do something kind of special off of this area. Like, we'll try to go at a close to a 45 as we can. There, and then another one right here. That one's just snapping beautifully. Okay, so let's get rid of this. The same length. There we go. And that will continue off that direction. We'll just have a small town square down here. I might need to make it larger. One thing I need to turn off real quick, and I hate that TMPE is per game and per save. I don't want that. Like, I want to set my stuff and then just have it set. There. Anyway, so we'll do like some residential back in here just to get us started and then go from there. So I want this to be built off. Actually, these roads are not in the right place. Yeah, they're not. So I need to, we're going to waste all our money. Because I want this to come out. Actually, I'm going to have like immediately into like another collector right here, I think. Oh man, that's going to be so close to this that I don't know that I want to do that. Let's go there and then go out the 11 and make this a collector. I think this will leave me space to do what I want to do. Should. Alright, so then how long is that? 1,500. So how's everybody doing tonight? What's going on, gang? This might be trickier to get to the 45. I may want this to be... It's going to lock to a 45 for me. I may want this to be just a smaller road. I don't know that it needs to be a collector. There's not going to be a lot on it. It's not going to be huge. Lock in there. There you go. Get right to that. What are you? There we go. And then we'll go like 1.5 more out, maybe? Yeah, so they're 560 out. And ooh, there. Bring that back in. So we're just making kind of a nice little town square that's kind of an odd little shape. We'll put something in the middle here, maybe a park, put some businesses around the outside. In fact, ooh, I don't have them unlocked yet though, do I? I do have the parking roads. That's even better. Yeah. I know they look like big collectors, but they're not. They're just 2-lane roads. Do I have anarchy on? I don't. These are just 2-lane roads that have room for parking spots at 45 degrees around them. So yeah, I think this will be cool. We'll have a nice little city park in the middle. And businesses and things coming out. And then we'll have roads to shoot off to take care of that. We'll just have like this cool little area in the middle. And it'll be nice. And I like it. So we're sticking with it. So let's actually get a city going here. So that, you know, we can start making some money. So we're going to go Yeah, let's go with some longer blocks in this section of town. We'll run this to right there and get this electric connect. What is that road? How do I already have 4-lane with trees? Oh, it's the Steam Workshop version. And then to there, and that'll be cool. And then we're gonna need to get some industry in back here before I run out of money. So let's do that. Let's kind of mirror this. So from that node to there was 1680. Here we go, 1680. This is not going to be able to go that full 1680, so that's okay. And then where is... Will you stop, please? This is at the 780 mark, coming off of here, so... I know, it seems like I'm wasting a lot of money. That's because I am. Line up with this road, please. Tricky that don't want to cooperate with. Alright, idea. Well, hello. Dirt road. Right here. Then delete that, and now I've got something that I can align to. So 780, that's where our first little road's gonna go. That, now get rid of this. Yeah, I'm gonna bankrupt the city by demolishing roads over and over again, aren't I? Probably. It's like, well, he knew the problem when he started. Oh, this isn't quite right. I mean, it is, but it isn't. But I'll live with it. It'll be okay. We'll run this over to here. This will give us some industry to get started. Granted, they're going to have a bit of a commute, but we're going to deal with that. We are going to. Don't you worry. My eyes itch really bad, and I apologize. So we need some water pipes. As City Planner Plays says, under the roads belong, and I tend to agree. So we will run those there and there. Not quite perfectly lined up, but hey, it's okay. Sometimes the world's not perfect. Yo, that'll get that taken care of. That'll get the majority of that taken care of. So that'll get us at least started for the city. For now. I will do residential all in here. Maybe not off of this, though. Maybe right here we will give ourselves room for a bit of... Leave that little corner right there empty. Or maybe post office or something later. I don't know about back here if I want to do commercial back there as well. I don't know. Let's get the city running and see what happens. Oof. It's lagging to get all the mods loaded. This is literally the first time I've unpaused since I've loaded into the city, so it's going to take it a minute. There it goes. There's our first buildings coming in. Lovely jubbly. So already starting to get a bit of industry needs. So what I'm planning on doing over here is not zoning against all of our roads. In fact, what I want to do real quick is use one of my zoning tools and turn off zoning along this major road and these side roads so I get a nice square bit to zone with here. I just want to zone that for now. I do this mainly for traffic consideration. If you have industries on both sides of the road, you run into trucks crossing over each other and everything. So I just kind of do this to keep traffic sorted. We're going to quickly run into our railroad tracks there, but that's okay because we're also going to quickly run into terrain issues, it looks like. Unfortunately, I do not yet have the topography tool to really help me understand what's happening back here to know what I need to do. I don't have my industries road yet, which is unfortunate. So we will just stick with what we've been using. Come out 10 more. And bring this one to line up to there. No, I don't want that connecting yet. And then we're going to do the same thing we just did. This time just on the sides. Otherwise, I will zone all those buildings. And again, just this one side. That's all that's getting zoned. We'll put other stuff back here, but for now, this is all I really want back here. Got our water connected. It didn't go ding for some reason, but whatever. We know it's connected. So that is taking care of our industry need, it looks like. We're not growing very fast, but we're making money, so, you know, it's okay. I didn't zone the biggest of areas here, so. So, quick question that I have for myself. This road and this road the same. Yes, that is at 1,000. So that would then come back to here like that. I may eventually build a bridge over right here. Quite decided yet. There, because see that lines up beautifully. So if we built a bridge over, then that would give them a way to get across. But I don't know if this distance is going to be long enough to get a bridge over this. That's only 3 meters in the air. That's not going to be a big enough bridge, is it? It needs to be at like 7 or 8. Not 9. Slope too steep. That's what I was afraid of. Can an 8-meter bridge get across this? It can. Cool. So let's do another 8-meter bridge on this side if I can get it in. Slope too steep? Well, I disagree. Anarchy disagrees with you. Oh, no, that is horrendous. You're right. I apologize. That's never gonna fly. So let's bring this back just one to here and then connect the bridge. Is that better? It's still a pretty steep bridge, but they can live with it, I'm sure. And I should be able to get another bridge over right here. This right here. So too steep. Really. Oh, I see why. This side's out a little farther than this side, or fix this. So let's bring this in just one shy and then up, and we should be good. We will lose a house or two possibly here. Let's not put industry right there. Actually, no, we're going to keep all of our houses right there. Sweet. There we go. We can zone that in. I'm going to leave this empty for now, as well as this over here. But we will go ahead and make all that residential and get them some water as well. But this area back here is going to need some water. It's eventually going to have another road back here, but for now we will do this. And then down here, this is going to be tricky anyway, so we're just going to connect it up here, and I've completely messed up where my alignment point is. There we go. We will go there, and now we can unpause and get some more housing in here. Little bit of a commercial need, but not too huge. What's our first milestone for this city? 480. So we're going to chug up on that really quick. Because they've got all of this zoned over here. They haven't finished building over here yet. Still enough, they don't seem to want to build over here, even though there's huge demand. There they go. Now they're starting. Somebody just had to kind of kick it off for everybody else to follow suit. Hey, we have 34% happiness. Perfect. What a wonderful city to live in. It's going to get better, though. Like, here we come up on 480 right now, so we're going to start getting some services in. Between schools, a clinic, and garbage services. So we're going to start off with the school. I want to get education as an early priority, and maybe, like, use, take some of this land. I put a school here. People over here can at least get to it. And then we can throw a clinic in down here on this main drag. Because they don't get a lot of traffic. And then we can throw our garbage. I'm just going to go straight to recycling centers. We can throw our garbage in and see this. Another reason why this helps to leave this backside open. I now have room for recycling centers. So that one is probably not going to be enough. No, it is. Okay. So that gets all of our city services in. We've got a good mix of demand right now. We're just going to let these guys finish building out and see where this demand lands. Probably going to get a little bit more commercial right along here real quick. I almost want this to be bigger than it is. But I don't know. That may be big enough. I'm not going to be able to get a very big park in there is the problem. And I want a city park in here once we unlock parks. See, I may bring that out. Like... one more this direction, one more this direction. Let's see what this looks like here. There's, oh, it's not lined up. Yeah, I think that's a better size for our city square. That'll give me adequate room to build a park in here. It may not be reach a 5-star park. What I plan on doing is once we expand down here is just extending the park area down as well and having some of the waterfront amenities. The cool thing about these roads, I'm going to slow down time while I look at this, is the parking spaces that are available with them. If I can remember where they are. Here. Yeah, there's some diagonals that fit into these quite nicely. Like where this corner is. Can't quite see it though. I need to bump up my brightness here. Oh, there we go. And so which diagonal fits in here? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one either. Well, I know one of these should fit this corner. So people are going to be coming from this direction, so we want the slots going this direction. So facing this way, but I want like, I guess if we put it like that, that makes more sense. Then the parking spot is cut off. And I don't get why I don't have a diagonal line here that the diagonals fill everything, but whatever. So, and then because I have the snapping mod, these just snap into place. And then boom, once we have a park here and businesses on the other side, they'll have their own built-in parking, which is kind of nice, to be honest. I don't know how easy it is for you guys to see these parking spots, but trust me, they're there. Like if we get down here really close, you can see they just blend in really well with the road. I'm not gonna go all the way to the end just yet because I'm not really sure where other streets are gonna come in and out of this just yet. That's just to give an example. So see, this would be the side where we would actually have some businesses. So they would just have parking just right there, which I think is incredible. And then we could do the same thing on the other side, but of course going the other direction. Do have ones that go the other direction, right? Pretty sure I do. Yeah, there they are. But I want that one. I want this one right here. This one can almost fill up to the gap there. And then, not that. This, nope. Yeah. See, this we know we can run all the way down to there because it's going to go all the way down to there. However, I broke my snapping, so I'm going to have to manually line this one up. There we go. I don't know how I broke my snapping, but I did. This is a fantastic mod that has been added to the game that makes building parking lots just so much easier. So much easier. In this case, it's just curbside parking still. It looks pretty cool once there's cars parked here and there's businesses operating. it makes a really nice visual statement about the area. Not there, but there. Now this is where on the corner. I'm not sure what I want to use. Something like that. And then we'll see if there's not a way to extend those markings around the corner. I don't think there is. We'll find out later. There we go. That gets our parking lined up. What's up, Ghosty? How you doing, man? That'll get us some parking. We've got a pretty big demand for residential as well as commercial, and even a little bit for our other zones. Well, I'm going to throw in just a little touch of commercial back here. Not a lot. Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and extend this out. I don't know why it always does that. Why it always defaults to the on the ground one. It's kind of annoying. And let's extend this out. What do we do? Yeah, we did 2 full runs earlier. Come on. There you go. Bring that down to right there. And then run that to there. Run that to there. Then switch to our collector roads. Probably don't need 2 collectors like this side by side. It's close together, but I'm thinking that this is going to get more dense as we go down this way. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to like let them filter out that way or this way, whichever way they decide to go. Doing all right? Good to hear, man. And then it's just a matter of extending our pipes out, which need to come up here. And then we're going to kind of realign our pipe grid. Well, I guess we don't have to, but I was thinking about doing something like this so that it's actually, we don't have so much waste in our layout. Just making a little bit of cash, not a whole lot. We don't have taxes unlocked yet. So, oh no, we do have taxes, so I can go ahead and bump these guys up to their 12% taxes so that we're making good cash off of them. And then I think I want just another little node of commercial right there. Just that. These guys are going to be living really close to the railroad tracks, but hey, you know what? Lower property values means you can build a home with more amenities because you didn't pay much for the land. Sounds like a good plan to me. And I'll do just a little bit more right here. Just one more corner shop. And the rest of it will be residential. Our industry seems to be doing all right so far. How are we holding up on our garbage processing? It's getting close. While we have the cash, let's go ahead and just build a second recycling center. And now we're out of money. We'll speed up time, see how this residential expansion impacts the town. Look at that. Our happiness has already come up almost 10 whole percent. While we're waiting for some things, I need to make sure that these roundabouts are set up properly. They don't appear to be. Yeah, they were not. So, there we go. Get those set up properly so that everything is going to flow nicely in and out of our new area. I am a bit worried that the amount of traffic that'll be coming off and out of the industry area will make it hard for people to get in and out of this side. So I'm thinking once we get down closer to here, I may make like a little slip lane that just lets them get on the highway here to leave. That might help us just a bit. So we've got some more industry demand, so we will meet that industry demand. I'm in unlocked industry roads, though, sadly. Why are we not? Oh, we are snapping, okay. Didn't act like it was going to snap to the right thing. Oh, that was a big fail. Oh, hey, we have reached next milestone. We now have an emergency service, police department, forestry, agriculture. We can get a second loan, and we have some policies that have been introduced. So we will definitely need to get these services in very quickly, but first we want to get this need for jobs satisfied. through a bit more industry. And again, I'm going to dezone there and there on the sides and just zone here and right there. And we'll just extend out our water pipes. So, why is it not going ding when I connect my water pipes? I don't really know. Normally it goes ding when you connect the water pipe. So we need fire and police. Now, the problem with building on two separate sides of the highway like this is a fire station built over here is going to do very little for land value over there. You can see how little impact it has. But something we're going to have to be aware of and maybe even deal with at some point. If I put the fire station there, they're going to turn right and have to go around the roundabout and come back into town. If I put them here, however, they can jump out and go anywhere they need to go. So we're going to put the fire station there. And we're going to drop a police station in right behind it. And then we don't have mass transit yet, so that means we also don't have post offices just yet. We do, however, now have park areas, I think. No, not quite yet. At 1,400 we get park areas, which we're at 1,034, so we're chugging. We're getting there. So still a bit more industry, eh? Interesting. So what I'll do is run, stretch back here. Come on, line up. There you go. That looks very crooked. That road is not straight. I thought it was straight, but it's not. Oh, the node is in a weird spot. That's why. Okay. That was really strange. And then I'm going to zone, dezone, dezone on those sides so that I only have this little bit that I can zone right. And they just barely have water, so that's perfect. And then eventually, like, we'll get, maybe not right here, although we probably could, bring a bridge over that'll connect into these neighborhoods so that they don't all have to just go constantly back and forth between just that one roundabout dog bone intersection thingy. Right now, at only 1,200 people, it's not an issue. Is that going to give them enough? Get everybody employed? It looks like it because our residential numbers, our demand is creeping up. I still don't have my topography, my train heights, and I'd really like to get that soon so that I know how far I can really get away with going here. So if I do another bunch here, over, and then build bridges across. Might as well go ahead and build them. Just to see what it's going to take to get up and over the highway. Like right there, that's the longest span you can build before it starts getting weird on you. So this needs to be 9 meters to get over the highway. I'll go one more, yeah. I want to go right there. So we'll go over the highway. We'll go over the railroad, and then we'll see where we come down here. Which is right there. And I don't want that to snap just yet because it's going to make a weird looking bridge. So, what I'm going to do... How I wound up there. Why are we... Yeah. I'm going to get rid of this for now, even though we paid for it. I know, wasteful. We're going to bring our bridge down. 0. There we go. And this side, we're going to very carefully do this. Just out to here, and then you're saying distance too short, really? Ooh, okay, fine. We'll just have a weird bridge. We'll fix it. We will upgrade this to an elevated piece. We can. Trust me, we can. This is a thing I know we can do. And then we'll come in here with our sloping tool and level that slope out. I could have swore we made that bit elevated. There we go. And then now we have a nice, gentle, sloping bridge with a tree kind of growing in the middle of it. And it's not exactly perfectly aligned, but it's all right. I can live with that, though it kind of does a weird lumpy in the middle. I don't get what's happening there. A lot of people walking. That's always a good thing to see. I always want to see a lot of people walking in your cities. But since we're just going to run this to there anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So we know we want to line this up to here and then bring this up 9. Like that. And then across the highway like that. And then across the railroad like that. And then down. And then I want to upgrade this into elevated. Do the same thing here with our sloping tool from there to there. Hit enter. And boom, we get a nice, beautifully sloped bridge. Now that one appears to be straight-ish. No, it's still a little crooked as well. I'm okay with it. I really am okay with it. And then that gives us a nice buffer here. We could do a train station if we wanted to, or we could just have trees to block the noise. We won't do every road, I don't think, like we've currently done. I may get rid of one of these bridges and do like the next one. Or maybe we will. I don't know. Time will tell. It just depends on what traffic looks like in this area. With them only having one highway connection, we're going to definitely want to keep an eye on traffic. Okay, so did we unlock something recently? We did not. Okay, we're close. At 1400, we unlock our next thing. Okay. Cool. So we're just going to wait for that to happen. We've got people still moving in and upgrading, I think. I mean, there's people moving in. Even though I haven't zoned anything, people are moving in. I don't know where they're coming from, where they're living. Ah, they're upgrading. That's what it is. So that means our land values already start to tick up kind of organically, which is what you always want to see. Get rid of that house, still get 1,400 people, even though we tore it down. So we have park areas, industry areas, fishing industry, landscaping tools, which means we should have, yeah, our topography that I wanted to make sure we were respecting. So we can go, hello, game? We can go a few more blocks this direction, and then we'll kind of have to follow the hill around. Got a nice flat area here, so we can have like some ocean view homes. That'd be nice. And then back here, where we don't have a whole lot of flat space, but this would be a great place for like a garbage processing facility, just kind of off and away from everything. Granted, it would have to deal with the railroad, but all right, it's not a whole lot of traffic that goes in and out of there. So, do we unlock any city services buildings in that last... Oh, excuse me, yeah, high school and parks. So, we need to get a high school, and we also need to take a look at our education and how we're meeting demand, which right now we're golden. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to throw in our high school right here. But since we do now have parks, I am going to go over here. Thank these people for selling the city their land so that we could build a playground right next to our elementary school. Then here we're going to give the high school a basketball court and a tennis court. And then in this middle area, we're going to paint a park area. We're going to make a nice city square park. At least I hope it turns out nice. Right here. Just right there. It's nice. I'd like this corner to be better defined. There we go. And then we can come in here now with our park areas, since we have city parks available. We can just use these smaller main gates. Get them roughly in the middle. Thank you. And then right about there. Oh, we don't main gates anymore. And then right there. And I kind of want to just come off of each side. and then have the paths. Turn off all of our snap twos. Kind of want to have them curve a bit around as they come through here. Now I want my snap twos back so that I can see where this lines up nice and straight. Turn them back off. Straight. And that should go right in there. Ooh, that made a thing I don't really like all that much. That's okay. We can fix it. And then here we will come down almost immediately. And around and kind of catch this at that angle there. We'll bring this one up like that. And then we'll fix this ugly bit right. Possibly. I don't know if we're going to be able to. We might have to do something completely different with the path. So if I do, come here. Why are you trying to snap? Let's get. Guess let's just straighten this bit out. Just straighten it out entirely. Come on. All right. I don't like how this side's turning out at all. We're just gonna bring this straight out to about here, and then we're gonna grab a curved road tool and just bring it down into that works. I didn't want it to meet up in a perfect square in the center. I wanted just a little variation in there. And then here, I want to just try to, there we go, finagle that and get that fixed. And then, before I go any further, I do want to get fencing in. It's not going to want to go and meet up properly. So if I do it like this, okay, it will let me go there. And if I bulldoze that, it should be able to get here. Yeah. Connect that one. Okay, cool. Just want this whole side fenced off. Or this whole, yeah, the side street fenced off. Come on, you're there. There you go. And then get rid of that. Connect it to there. I don't know why I have to do it multi-step like that. Why it can't just, oh, that one did it. I would say why it can't just go to the corner where I want it, and then that one does it and makes a liar out of me. So it's probably the street guidelines or the road guidelines. So let's leave just angle on. Bring that right to there, and that should be where we need to go. Yep. Beautiful. So now our Crest City Park has... Can I not move that, really? I thought, yeah, I can. This. So I could just drag these around. We want to do an advertisement campaign and say that it's the main park for now. Even though it's the only park in the city for now, but, you know, whatever. And then we're going to go ahead and start giving it some amenities, because as it is, with just a couple gates, you know, we don't have any entertainment levels, so nobody wants to walk into it just because it's like, hey, there's gates. For now, I am going to get rid of the landscaping that's in here, because we're going to redo our own landscaping later on. So let's do, as you enter, just something that you can kind of see, but we're going to set it back just a little bit. The nice Park Plaza, and then just opposite that, we are going to have our park info booth. And then over here, we're going to bring in our park cafe, again, right by the edge, so that residents that live nearby can also just jump in there, hopefully grab a bite. And then we do need water here, which is going to be a little tricky because of the shape of what we've made. But I think we can get this to hook in here. Anarchy's not on. And then there. Cool. That'll work. And then anything here in the center is going to need water as well. We're just going to say, hey, the city owns all this. We can dig it up as we want. It's park. We can go through there and dig up if we need to replace some pipes later. So now we have enough entertainment value to get our next upgrade. For some reason, having them maxed out, it doesn't change your attractiveness, but it seems to cause a greater appeal. Like, people want to go to the park because you're charging them. Or why does it keep zooming like that? I don't really understand it. I like to go to places that charge me less, not more. But hey, that's me. And we can get away with Can't really see here, so what's my number that I'm looking for? 800. So we can get away with this. I don't think we're going to be able to do another 800. No, just barely. It does kind of cut into that hillside a little bit. Actually, this is the wrong road. But that's okay that it cuts into it just a little bit. We can deal with that. Now go back to what that was. Hold on. I'm really thinking it was kind of dumb having... Oh, we're out of money. Having collectors on both sides. Separated by such a small distance, but we're there now, so I'm going to live with it. Can we speed up time so we can get some cash? We have a very large demand right now, and I would like to meet it as soon as possible. To do that, I need infrastructure for drive and build houses next to and all that good stuff. There we go. We will drop this here. As soon as we get $800 more, it's like building a road per quarter. Man, can you imagine if that's all Growing City did? Just build one tiny little section of a neighborhood once a quarter? Oof. They would not be very happy. So this is going to cost me $820 per run. I have to do 3 of these. But the city's making money, so we get there pretty quickly. And this is going to allow us to, first of all, I want to make sure my elementary education is still pretty solid. For now it is. It's probably going to have to be a concern the next time we expand. And we are just going to go ahead and run just like... just doing such weird things with the zoning. I'd like this to be 4x4, but then like that one's not connected. These two are connected to this one. I really should use the zoning tool to fix all that, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it alone. And we'll get some rather uniquely shaped buildings. But then down here, by 4. And the rest of this, residential. We do have a pretty huge residential land. What's our unemployment rate? 3%. Crime rate, 8%, but that should come down as people get educated and we get a bigger police force. Right now, a big part of the problem is the police force only reaches right here in the city center. So not the best coverage. There we go. We're starting to already get visitors into our park. Right, the fact we have a teeny tiny town. Also have policies that we can start looking at. And if I do Parks and Recreation, if we look at our land value and then I turn this on. So we've got this park, which doesn't do a whole lot, but we've got these 2 parks and this park right here. If we turn on Parks and Recreation, we increase our land value. So if we turn that on, you can see immediately that brighter area grew. And now as these folks that are now in the higher land value start upgrading their homes, it will continue to push the brighter teal color as opposed to the blue, which is just average. This teal color is our first step above average, and it'll start pushing that this direction. Which is good. That's what we need. Garbage just barely keeping up at the moment, so let's start thinking about maybe some more garbage services, and we'll do like on this side. That's it. We're broke. Oh, we have $3,000, but you know, pretty much broke. And our next milestone comes in at 2,400, where we get quite a few roads. As far as city services, we'll get cemeteries, elder care, child care, and our first mass transit, and also post offices. So cool. We should be there. What was that? 2,200. I said 2,400. We should be there fairly soon because we're already at 1,900. We're making great money. The city's doing really well. Oh, I need water for my recycling center over there. Needed water first. So we will make a connection here, which is kind of odd, I know, but we're going to do it anyway. Just pretend it's a great idea. So I kind of would like to go ahead and, while I'm just waiting growth, see how far this way we can go. So it's 2 at a time, so every 1,200, so 2,400, that's 2 more blocks, and then 3,600 would be 3 more blocks. So this will end here. Because like I said, what I was thinking earlier is that we could maybe bring a slip lane out of here so that all the industry trucks don't all have to come into here, and then across, and then down and around, or over here and out. And that way they're not really making this super busy. They can, for at least going this direction, they can just boop right out. And that would be a nice thing to have. That's the noise trucks make when they get on the highway. I don't know if you've ever listened, if you've paid close attention. It's quiet, it's subtle, but they boop. There's a boop that happens. It's a little known fact about trucks. Am I completely full of shit because there's very few viewers right now? Probably. Really don't want that to connect there. I want to go one more up. And then I want there to be a collector that joins in, that like just comes around the backside here. Actually, I want that to be a collector in this road right here. Yep. This will come way. Game being laggy already. An autosave that caused that? I don't think it was. Whoops. I know this is a very weird way to do industry, but it works. And we could probably get a farm going back here at some point, which would be a nice thing to have as well. So yeah, if I bring like a road that comes up off of this right here, I could easily get an on-ramp there, and then I could even bring one down and have an on-ramp there. Just to save the amount of traffic that has to come all the way down here. And so if they're down towards, you know, this end, they can get on the highway here. If they're down towards this end, they can get on the highway here. Obviously, they're all going to have to get off the highway here. I'm not going to make exits as well, but I think I want some slip exit lanes. So let's see what that would look like. Like, how can I make that work nicely, like in a nice way that just isn't ugly? So from here, I would want this to start curving and coming up at the same time, which might be tricky to do. It wants to connect, and then here it's sloped too steep, but I can do that. I don't quite like that angle. I think it's going to cause me problems. Okay, if I bring this straight across now, at that angle, is it going to ever be able to get there? No. And it's also incredibly long. So, I want to do this. Also, that's incredibly steep. Wait, I don't need this to be 2 lane on this side. I just need this to be 1 lane. Yep. And then same thing. We'll go ahead and get this connection made. Right here. Now let's get rid of that for now. It's kind of in our way. Let's turn off all my snap twos. Still wanting to snap regardless. I want this to not be so tight that... Oh, it does not want to connect anywhere there. so tight that it's like a really sharp turn, but I don't know, I have much of a choice there. And then, yeah, that's an awful limited space to try to get a bridge to come up off of. Let's turn anarchy off. I did. Look, cooperate with me, please. Go that way. There you go. Let's see what I can do with this. So can you even get over there? I need... Is there any reality in which you will go across here nicely? And the answer is no. There's not. Can I get it to build to this middle bit? And it wants to snap to the highways, like to the existing node, and that is not what I want. So what I'm going to do is, you know, cheat and use anarchy. And then we will bring this down. Turn all these back off. Bring this down and see where it will let me get that in. It's a bit overkill for a town this size to have something like this. But once we get industry down here, I think it will help overall in the end. So it's there now, and, well, we have to live with it. So our park, doing well. It is an entertainment level of 299. We've had 140 people through there already. We have a huge industrial demand. Massive, massive, huge. So we are going to meet that right now. And we're going to redo our water pipes here instead of having so much overlap. Create a redundancy there and a redundancy there. Then we will bring these back on here. Let's connect that up down there, and I guess we'll do a redundancy there. Cool. So yeah, we've got 21% unemployment. That's a good reason to have people saying, "Hey, we need the jobs, please."
Ooh.
What's up, Xenocoder? How you doing? Oof. Issues happening? A little bit of lag. Let's go through here and de-zone on these bigger roads and on our side roads so that we get nice, even squares inside of our industrial park. It's not letting me hit these for some reason. Why not? Or these for that matter. What is happening? There it goes. Oh, okay. It just was being weird. Yeah, it was just being weird. It's fine now. So back here, I will probably allow some industry on both sides of the road. For now, I just want to keep it kind of like in these areas. That way they're nice and close. The bridges, etc., etc. So I'm thinking that I also want to discourage anybody building there, and I want full-size buildings off of this road. So fortunately, I can't get it exactly where I want because of where the node is right here. I'd like this to be... I'd like to get some zoning off of here so that these just connect up. Maybe we'll just stick with what we have right there and it'll be okay. But there, it does kind of a weird thing. Oops. Yeah, I accidentally got rid of some buildings, didn't I? Yeah, I guess we're going to have to leave it there and just have some smaller buildings on the corners. Oh well, it'll be alright. Still a huge industrial demand. I mean, massive, massive, massive industrial demand. So, let's come up here and go all the way across there. And while we have the money just to help out industry, we are going to come through here and give them their own services on this side of town. They will appreciate it, and it will help industry continue to grow. I have had it to where I don't have any services covering industry, and I wind up in a situation where industry won't build despite massive, huge demand for it. So this post office would be nice right here because it kind of faces that corner. And if we don't zone anything right here, then it's just kind of like a nice little corner post office. I like that. Park's coming along nicely. We're already almost halfway to the goal it needs to upgrade. So let's see what this story is going to play out as over here. All right, so if I come off here 11, and by story I mean where is this road going to naturally want to connect to these roads? And the answer is not quite where I would like. So instead, we're going to do this. And just have a slightly bigger block. And that'll be fine. And then this will end like just here. And then we'll just have kind of a shaped area right there and right here. And that'll be fine. So here, again, we want to kind of... that coming off at a straight line. We want to go like that. Then we want to bring this down. That, and like that. We can maybe do something nice with these areas, or we could even think about maybe bringing it in and just connecting. Guess not. We did a curve. Can I get a curve in here? It's really close before it starts getting right there is the problem. So no, I cannot get a curve in there. We're just going to have a strange area by our city square, unfortunately. Well, I could resolve that. I could make this slightly bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna make this right. We're gonna do this right if we're gonna do it. I want these roads to match up nicely. So go here over one, and then I want one more and over one, and this is like kind of how far down I would like this to come now. Got a little adjustment to do here. Yeah, I want that to end right there so that road can just come out nice like that. I just built an extra 600 on the there. And to come an extra 600 out of here as well. That, and then I'm gonna pause for just a minute because we're gonna upset some things. In fact, we're gonna just delete everything in the park and start over. Because now our gates are no longer centered, our fences are no longer filling up the entire park. So we're just gonna start over on the park. It's okay, we can do that. We've got $74,000 to mess with here. And last bit of fence, cool. And now bring this down. This area is getting bigger and bigger and bigger than I ever planned for it to be. Guess I'm okay with that. I mean, we can make it smaller by having the road go there instead, and we have that be our intersection of it, our end of it. No, I like this. I like this because we've got like this short little offshoot here. And then I can't quite get that connected though still, unfortunately. But now this should be really close to the middle of this. So I can't bring it in quite at a 90 for some reason. You would think I'd be able to get that, but it kind of, the road over there is just a little off to the side. So we'll have it not be perfect, but close. And then we just need to come in here and fix our parking. I need to change this to just buildings. So I can select a couple of these and get rid of the ones that no longer follow our area properly. There we go. Looks like we're gonna need to get rid of some here because it made a strange curb. This, like a really strange curb. That tree is just part of. Okay, so let's turn the lights back on. Actually, let's just delete all of our parking real quick while we're here and redo it all. Because it all changed the whole freaking roadway. So we may as well just redo it real quick. What happened? I had that selected and then it deselected. What are you playing tonight, Xenocoder? You hear a very odd noise in the game. It sounds like a... Oh, it's a photocopier. Okay. Cash register. Because we're near some commercial. Wait, what is that? Even though the game's paused, it's still doing its life noises. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo all of this parking, which is kind of sad because people have already parked there. But it looks like we had some overlap anyway, so it's a good thing we're fixing it. So yeah, there's definite overlap in some places. I do not want that node, thank you. There. That's all that's there. That's all that's there, so delete all that and all that parking now gone. It did create really weird stuff up here, though. I'm not sure what to do to fix this. Oh yeah, we need to put our city park back in real quick. So I need a main gate there. That is nowhere near the middle. Not at all. Odd. So that's closer to the middle. I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be exact. Looks good there. That looks good there. And there he already has main gate. Oops. Yeah, I did just do that, didn't I? Delete. Let's extend our park area here by a little bit. Get rid of these 2 extra ones that it created by being dumb and using main gates. Clean this corner up. There we go. When I can, I like to get them nice and crisp. I don't know. I think it just makes it look nicer when you're playing. There we go. So I don't need that little nubbin. What I do need is to go back into the park now and go park side gate. That's what I need right there. There's my park side gate. Was that about the same one? Right about there looks to be the center. I just want to get this one right across from it. Cool. And then I want to do my weird curvy gate thing again. So we're going to turn off all of our snap tubes. Just kind of free form some paths until we get close to one of the gates, and then turn on that. And then a straight line in should be good. Yep, cool. This one's got a bit of a straight to it. We'll do a bit of a straight off of this one. So, whoops. Curve off the back one. Let's go this way. Bring our intersection to right here. I don't know if you can really call that an intersection, but you know what I mean. We'll go like that and delete it. It's not what I actually intended to do. See if we can't get rid of this. There we go. Back to this. Turn all these back on. see where that needs to go, which is right about there. And then we should be able to get a nice straight run in there. And there, we've got kind of a wonky path. Looks like a drunk man may have, you know, planned it out. But no, I assure you, I am not drunk. I'd like this to have a bit more of a curve to it. Why is it saying the segment's there? That's not where it is. That works. I can live with that. Okay, and now we just need to put our amenities back in. Which we had a nice little plaza with an info booth directly across. And then on this side, we had cafe and some restrooms. There you go. And that should have us at the exact same entertainment value once we unpause. Was $2.99, now it's $3.10, I guess because square footage matters for some reason. I don't know. Not gonna complain. What I do know is I forgot to add our new city services in. Because of that, we have a bit of a death wave happening. And by death wave, I mean there's like one dead guy out there. You know what we could do off of this park, actually? Have like a memorial cemetery right there. In fact, what if we put it up here? And like the park just looks onto it, and then we can leave this little corner unzoned. That might not be a bad idea. What else do we unlock? City services, I think childcare and elder care. And yeah, mass transit. Okay. Or more mass transit and more water options. Cool. Cool. So, let's look for a good place to get the elder care and childcare. And if I put an elder care here, that gets almost our entire area. We are going to have this weird section here that doesn't want to, like, cooperate with anybody. Oh, I might be able to get it too. Like, I might be able to fudge this a little bit here. If I am very careful. Anarchy, I can do that, and then that connects by a sidewalk. There we go. Cool. I just want to bring in these healthcare services, but I don't want them to overlap into too many areas where we're not actually going to be building. There we go. We will do our healthcare there, and I think we'll just do a childcare right here. That covers almost everything that we have a huge industrial demand. We kind of, or not industrial demand, sorry, residential demand. Because we kind of overbuilt our industrial. This is the ugliest ramp, I swear, but it's functional, so I'm going to leave it alone. So I only wound up with 2 bridges over. I was really hoping for more than that. Thinking that over here would be a good place for, like, nature reserve. But it looks like this is relatively flat, and if it's, we can flatten off some area up here, make it usable. Same way here. We should be able to level some of this to make it usable. I know it's got a bit of a hill right there. If we leveled it and we're very careful with our train tools, we should be able to turn that into something quite nice. So here, probably should have made this another collector coming off of here, but oh well, too late now. I want to see my topography. Now I want to bring this out and down, but I want to see how far out we can go here. That's going to be about the edge of it. So here, since we don't have a bridge coming across, we can actually go back one more. And this might actually be... Yeah, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to leave this reserved for a train station. I do believe that if I put the train station kind of like in the middle, I should be able to get the track to come off and then up. Of course, we don't have trains unlocked for quite a while until we hit 8,500. But I'm pretty sure that if I put it like right in the middle, I can then get that to branch off. It should go right about to here and then go right back up. And then we can start getting trains coming in as well, which would be cool. So did it reset my visitors? No, it did not. We're down to 289 for attractiveness, probably because I deleted some trees. All right, so let's think about water pipes. I know there's not a road there yet, but trust me, there will be. And there, and then we want to come up, and you know, I could get another group in there. No, I'm gonna stick to the plan. I'm gonna stick to the plan and not. I'll just leave that for railroad, and we'll just leave this for a big giant park or something. This area is going to need some parks, or maybe a school system over there, because we will probably need to up our schools soon. Because this side's covered for elementary, but this side's going to be a bit taxed soon. I didn't do a collector on this side like I did on there. Oh well. Our town's not perfectly symmetrical. Symmetrical, and I'm okay with that. Alright, so I want to do this side. Not gonna be able to get another one in there. This is where I gotta be really careful getting that one connected. And we come down one more, and that's a nice straight shot. That. I'm not sure when I want to start following the coast and when I want to stick to my grid. For now, I want to just stick to my grid. Though, I think I would rather do a curve here. Yeah, that way we get more of our land actually used. Cool, and off of this, I could bring like just a little road back into here that connects over there. That kind of follows that shoreline of the river a little bit. I think that'd be fine. So here I want to look at my topography again. So this is where this needs to end. Not sure exactly where we're going to line up. So we'll go there, and we'll go right there. Bring this down. Awesome. So big demand for residential. We also have a lot of residential that has not yet upgraded. And if you look, our land value isn't the best everywhere. So I'd like to maybe throw in some other parks, like maybe a dog park over here, just to where it's not going to be clipping into the train behind it. That should be good. Instantly, yeah. Instantly, we start getting some upgrading happening down here. Should start seeing some increased land value pop up. Definitely got our entertainment to increase over here for our parks and plazas at least. I don't know that I'm getting the land value out of it that I was hoping for. Really thought it was going to do greater than that. By the way, if you're wondering why I never built any power when we started off, we have 526 power already just being generated by a dam that was included with this map. It's just taking care of it for us. As is the water pumping and sewage. It's all just kind of happening in the background. We've got water pumping there, and then we've got sewage happening over here, which is kind of gross. We'll eventually want to do something about that. But for now, it'll be fine. So it looks like they're done upgrading already. Excuse me. Got a lot of eligible citizens, but they're not just not going to school. Now let's get a bit more commercial in here, like so. And then over here, I want to get just some residential, but I want to bring my topography back up. My topographic view, there we go. I don't want them like cutting into the hillside behind them too much. So I just kind of want to watch and see where this line is. And then the rest of the way over should be alright. And I don't think they'll be cut into the hill significantly. Enough that it'll make like a really ugly mark. And that is a pretty pronounced hill. I mean, we could do something with it because it's not too terribly steep. You know, we could bring a road, like a nice switchback road that follows up, and do some tiered levels of housing. Maybe we could do that. Might be something we could look at. Maybe like an upscale hillside neighborhood. But for now, we've just got to get, you know, the basic city functional. Hey, recreational use is now a thing. They give us better tax income, moderately increased tourism, slightly reduced crime, but it will increase our police budget by 15%, which our police budget is currently sitting down at just, I'm looking at it, $960. So that'll take it up about another $150. So it'll put us closer to $1,200. But totally worth it because of the happiness factor that it includes. And the next thing we're looking for is to make sure that we can get our education boost. That doesn't come for quite a while though, as well as city planning. We're pretty far away from all of those. So commercial and residential needs both still very high, and I'm going to completely ignore them because I realize I forgot to build my fence. And I have priorities, you know. You know, that can hopefully come over there. Nope, okay. If this one can do it. Yeah, this one can do it. That can connect right. I'll turn anarchy off. Meant to turn anarchy off. Cool, that gets those two connected. And that right to there. And then over to here. Down here. And back around. There we go. Now we've got our gate back. And that increased our entertainment level for some reason. A fence, I mean. Increases entertainment level. Good to know. Why does it do it? I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like our city square. I dig it. Okay, so let's see about getting this road connected here. And I think I'd rather do a curve. This is at more of a 90 here. And I think I'd like to do the same thing over here. Just not quite happy with how that goes out. But the cemetery might present a problem for this. Oh, it's fine. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little better. It's a lot better. I'm going to put my parking spots back in because I'm just kind of killing time, waiting to see if I can get people to upgrade right now. Well, let's look at our parking spots and see what we need here. This is the direction we want them coming in. Let's throw one. They're bigger versions of that. It's good. Excellent. That way I don't have to place as many of them. And down here, we want to go back to a corner piece. Not that corner piece. Not that corner piece. This corner piece. And I need to get out of my grid, so I need to hit Control X. There we go. Let's do it. Get that popped in there, and then come back up with one of these, and then just a single one going the right direction. It's overlapping. Okay. I don't like that. Let's come in here. Turn on this again. Oops. I want just buildings. Then I want to get this one. That one. Go. Turn all these back on. There we go. Push that off, and then go back in here. And see if we can't get this connected a little bit better here. It's snapping rather odd to that one, so I'm going to hit Control X again. Get that lined up a little bit better. There we go. Now that snapping should be fine. Then we just need our corner bit going in the right direction. It's still not the one I want. That's still not the one I want. Nope. Nope. Why do none of these... Hey, that's what I want right there. Then boom, we have parking. People are already using it. Cool. Awesome. Do you like our big giant city park in the middle? Might be too big for a city this size, but whatever. So, huge underemployment still. Thankfully we're not importing any of our goods. We're exporting quite a bit. I'm just trying to think of where I want to go next. I guess down here. And we're just going to do a huge bunch of residential right here, but not here. This is not going to have any residential. This is going to be offices and commercial. Once we get offices. And we'll put a high-rise ban in place so that we don't get big, tall offices. Oops, you do water. I am so sorry. Ahead and see how this grid is going to kind of flow around this park. Yeah, for some reason it didn't line up here the way I wanted it to. Figured if it lined up there and there and there, that this side would meet naturally, but not. Actually, it's pretty close, though. It won't go straight for some reason. That's really disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I figured we would just have the same length off of all of these. That one's only 360. I don't know why that didn't work. Thought it would. We know this comes down to here. So this one probably not going to go all that direction, or all that far. I mean, that direction. That one might be able to get connected. We start getting into some. That'll be right. It'll be fine. And then we can do the same thing here with a nice curve, possibly. Let's see what that looks like. It dips down quite a bit, but I think I can live with it. I think I can live with that. It is getting so unbelievably warm in here. Either my window unit air conditioner or the regular air conditioner will kick on. Of course, it won't kick on out in the house because it's only 56 degrees outside, so it's not like, you know, cool enough or warm enough outside for the air to kick on. And mine in here, I don't know why, because it's 78 in here. May have to force it on in a minute because I don't like being warm. I don't know about you, but I don't like. This is going to be a weird block here, too. So we've got a couple odd sections here, but this one we know we can get by just using anarchy and just very carefully making sure we don't snap to that road and just come down. And it should make a sidewalk connection. Yep. And here, I mean, I could bring a road to there, but that would make like a 5-way intersection, and nobody wants that. City Park will upgrade soon, and yeah, without zoning any extra. Just waiting for upgrades to happen. We have taken care of a lot of that residential need, which is what I was hoping for. And when do I get... Man, I don't get high density for a while. And I kind of want bigger buildings around our city square. I mean, are these over here big enough to satisfy me? I guess they are. That's not. Oh no, I just realized something's happening that I don't want. I thought I had gotten rid of that building set. But there they are. Freaking... I have uninstalled a building set I don't know how many times from the game. And yet it keeps popping up. And I like them in certain areas, but I don't want them to build everywhere. And it's these, like, Brooklyn-style brownstones just in the middle of a regular residential neighborhood that just don't look right. Like, this would look really cool around the city square, but not the rest of it. So we're going to do a thing. Oh, hi. We're going to make a district that goes right. Oh my gosh, I can't color in the lines tonight. To end right this road here. Fill in a corner. It's bigger. Fill all that in. So, and then we're gonna fix this because that just looks hideously ugly. And then what I'm gonna do is for the policy for our city is gonna be European suburbia. You just decorated all that, and that's it. We're not gonna let them build Trail homes or American Eclectic because they both are ugly. We're not gonna let them build Brooklyn style. However, here in this area, we are going to get rid of that and go just Brooklyn. That whole area. So Magnolia Heights is going to have that Brooklyn look and feel to it. So our park upgraded. It got us a chessboard and some other stuff. Put the chessboard over here by where we eat. Be a nice little thing to do. Watch people play giant chess while you have a bite to eat. That has our entertainment level just up above where it needs to be. I really thought that this road would connect just like that road did. I don't know why it didn't. I mean, it looks like a square to me. What milestone was the last one we hit? 24? Just to make sure I've got all my services in. I'm not really been paying attention. Yeah, I do. And our next milestone at 4,400. We start getting the big stuff. Okay. Which is also when we get our high density. So good, 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 good. So hopefully what they'll do is in these areas outside of here, no, they're not tearing them down for some reason. Since I said that those housing styles are no longer allowed, I thought that they would just automatically disappear. But they haven't, and I don't want them. They just ruin the look of a neighborhood. Especially once they're fully upgraded. They just don't look right in just a regular residential area. And you kind of already see that they don't really blend in all that well. So anywhere these Brooklyn style houses and businesses are going to go. I don't know why it's called Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn doesn't have a monopoly on brownstones. Just the name of the asset pack. Trinity City. There's one. There's 2, 3 back to back. There's one. Cool, and then working our way back to here. Let's finish this whole side. Go, and then work our way back down. Why is it still including them? Oh, it didn't. That's something different. Never mind. My bad. It's just a similarly sized building, so I thought it was those again. I'm getting upset over nothing. See how out of place this just looks? It just doesn't work with all the other building types. It just looks so out of place. That's the childcare facility. That's why it looks so different than everything else. Which that's okay. These things are everywhere. They're just like having cockroaches. Stomp one, you see 10 more. Gross. Look, I know I've deleted up over here. Why are they building them again? I know I've deleted that row. Maybe I missed it, but I could have swore we were up there. I think that's all of them there. Here. In its infancy. Kill it while it's young. And that should hopefully give me the look I'm going for now. Which is not having massive, huge, urban-style brownstones in the middle of the suburbs. Yeah, we're good. Whoop. Okay, so around the square is only going to be, like I said earlier, offices and commercial. So we do have some commercial need. I don't think I want it right off of my cemetery, though. This will be all the commercial that it gets. The other two sides will be offices once we unlock those in about 1,400 more people. Man, I'm sleepy today. Alright, water. I just realized I need to fix this. Here no longer follows our road network. Now it does, and then if I'm very careful, I can get, yeah, right across the middle there. Awesome. Go and pause that. I just wasn't sure if by deleting that I would disconnect anything else in town, so I wanted to pause temporarily just to be safe. There. Here. And up. Connect these. That. Redundant connection there. We'll bring this over here. Turn off all of our guidelines. Kind of follow this curve around. That. Then we connect that up. Have a connection that comes off here. Connects there. We have a little corner up here that's not connected. So here to there. Cool. So everybody should have water. We've got a lot of complaints about not enough workers. We do need more garbage processing. Throw that in, and what does that do for our numbers? Makes them great. That's what that does for our numbers. So, elementary school, we're getting pretty close. I'm going to go right here with one, even though nobody lives down here. It'll be fine. They'll still travel. They'll walk. You're surprised the distances your citizens will walk in this game. Then high school, even though it's not centrally located for the best access, it will work up there and it'll be fine. I'd really like to have something. Do that. Do something like that. Yeah, that works. Oh, there's something in this space taking up some of the room. There's just too much empty space that I was leaving on the table. Covered by water? They are. Alright, well then I guess we do our next expansion of commercial and residential, which is going to take place here. Like so. I would like for all of this back here to be residential. And that should absolutely sap both of those needs. Now, see, I think these brownstone style buildings look fine around our square. I want it to kind of look like it's an old part of town, even though we, you know, have been building it later. All of this. Just the look that I'm going for is that this is an older area. Is that a brownstone? No. I don't think. If you think about building one of those houses, people, I will tear it down. Only if you live in this middle area can you build those houses. Which is just right here, right? Yeah. Pretty much these people and these people are the only ones who can build brownstones at the moment. What's our traffic sitting at? I mean, I know we've got a really tiny town. I'm just kind of curious. 87%. our biggest hot zones there and there, which, you know, should be of no surprise to anyone, because that's where most of our traffic's going. Let's see. All right, I gotta deal with the air conditioner, and I gotta run to the restroom, so I will be right back, guys. All right, let's see here. So our different demands are kind of all leveling off now. Just making sure that this new area isn't building those homes that we just got rid of. And it's not. Everything's looking good. I've always liked that house. I mean, I don't like that it's painted just black with that weird stucco. I wouldn't mind having a house kind of like that. Just like garage and storage down that level. Living area here, bedrooms up there. Small footprint, a lot of square footage. I think it'd be nice. The city park still needs a lot of people. We are starting to see these dudes stop complaining. Oh man, did we really run into a topographical issue here? Guess we had just a little bit of a rise right there. Eventually, we'll have a town over here, and we'll be able to connect bridges this way as well to feed some of this traffic off this way. We might be able to get rid of these ugly off-ramps when that happens. We might keep this one. For the most part, I don't really care for it at all. I don't, especially this part, I don't really like it. I mean, like I said, it's functional. It's just ugly. They use it quite a bit. I mean, it is pulling pretty much any industry on this half that needs to exit is going over here. And the ones in this half are coming over here. Hey, we reached 4,400, which gives us a few more policies, a lot more road types, a lot of road types, and then some new transit, larger building styles, and then a lot of the other stuff. Gamer Tyson 22, what is up? How you doing? Welcome, and thank you so much for the follow. So, we made Magnolia Heights, which unfortunately is, you know, in the way. And I want this to be high density, but I don't want it to be with tall buildings. But we don't get a high-rise ban until 8,500. So I really don't want to zone anymore in this area. I thought we just unlocked those. We don't unlock those till 6,500. Still, it's just like, I really don't want to do that. Let's encourage biking. Let's see what else we want to do here. Any other policies? You're doing good? Awesome. So that one is 6,500, where we can encourage them to get a good education. And that's about it. We could recycle and do recycling and recycle plastic. Reduce the trash and make those guys work better. We'd cut into our funds somewhat, but we're doing fine when it comes to money. So let's get recycling, because this will also help with happiness in the long run. Which is coming up beautifully. We're at 79% happiness. Our land values are still really low, so I think back here I am going to declare some eminent domain to put in a really big park right there. Like the big park with trees. Put it on the corner so it has the broadest appeal this direction. And that should help with recreation over this way. Yeah, it's all lighten up blue, and then that should have given us, yeah, it kind of extended our teal color out. We're starting to get some green in the middle. Our land values are slowly but surely creeping up. Can I get one of these big boys in over here? I can't. Let's throw in another park, like right there, just to help this side out. That should get a pretty big circle of these dudes and dudettes. And then should also, likewise, be helping our land value to creep this way. Yep. And then we've got some people upgraded because of it. I am really contemplating building up this hill somewhat. I normally avoid hills, but I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool. There is no flat area up here, though. Once you get to the very top. But I could maybe make just some sort of switchback roads that meet up top and then switch back down. It's definitely something to think about. For now, I want to outline where we're going to put the roads that kind of frame this area, I guess is the word, by bringing in roads that are right at the edge of this line right here, so that we can take and maximize what we can zone where. Put this right about here, and I can even come back here a little way. I don't think I'd want to go very far. We could have like a little cul-de-sac back here that just kind of gives some people some, you know, cliffside ocean view homes. Be wonderful. And maybe have a little path down, because again, we are going to eventually extend our city park down to the beach to have some of those waterfront based assets from the park life. Let's go. Let's bring this along this really dark line here. So, see how carefully we can follow this. Doesn't have to be exact, but it has to be pretty damn close. And this is going to be a little too much to ask out of this road system. That cliff is right there, so we need to bring this in like here. That works. And have it follow this cliff. Out. That's cool. That'll do. And then down here, I think I can get away with just a straight road. Nope. Not. So we'll start up here and connect the two. We'll probably have to wind up doing some work on the other end. Just to make that connection feel good. Maybe not. I might be able to pull this off. It's not too shabby. Not perfect, but it'll certainly serve our purposes today. And then I want this to come off right here. Let's bring this up a little bit more. What do you say in distance too short about? Bring that to there, and then let's hook off of here. Down in there nicely. And then we'll just have a couple areas out here that I don't know what we'll do with just yet. We'll figure it out. I could technically probably squeeze just one more little road down there, but I don't know that I want to. What does that look like? Let's turn off all of our snap twos. Let's see what this does. Oh, that's not what I wanted. At all. Maybe I don't know. I'm not really crazy about this. Snap two's back. I guess it's alright. It looks kind of weird. It's like an afterthought, because it is an afterthought. And then over here, we'll figure out how to close all that off and work all this into the grid and all of that. Wonderful, happy things, but that's a problem for future Brandon. Right now, current Brandon needs to worry about the fact that he has really terrible land values, so nobody's upgrading, so we're not packing people into those houses as well as I would like. Also, we're going really slow. So is there anything that we just unlocked that I really need to incorporate right now? I don't think that there is. Because again, I don't want high rises, so that means I also don't want to use the big high rise hospital. We're good for power. We do have now a bus station and a lot of disaster related stuff. And then we have all of our whatever that Asian themed DLC was, or I think it was just a free pack, honestly. But we've got all those, so crash is good. What do we want to do to bring land value up? Normally I let it just go pretty organically, but it doesn't seem like they're having enough of an impact on each other. That's attract wealthier customers. That's educate more citizens. But we have enough education in town, do we not? I guess elementary is borderline, so we could probably do with realigning our schools. And we're going to go ahead and do that. We're just going to rethink our schools. Get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. And we're even going to get rid of our high school. And I'm going to redo them in different places so that we get better coverage. We're going to have one like in this neighborhood, elementary, that neighborhood, down here. This is going to be way overkill temporarily, but I'd rather have too much education than not enough. And I just want to throw in a small playground next to each one of those. We are using quite a bit of town right away here, but you know. And then for high schools, I'm going to go right adjacent to the elementary schools. Give them a basketball court and tennis court. And the other one we'll do down in this corner. And I think that'll work out nicely. I'll have water, right? Yeah. And then those areas that had the schools, I need to fill in with zoning. So let's do all these smaller buildings because they're not going to have room to grow. Let's do that. And add a school there. So you're not doing another one back here. Oh, there's this one. Same thing here. Let's get rid of some smaller homes now that they have more room to develop. I guess that's the only ones I didn't destroy. Oh no, I can't believe I did that. We got a whole row of houses here that are all the wrong size. But I didn't quite get enough zoning in. Hello, video game. There you go. So let's fix this. Feel kind of bad that it was messed up to begin with, but you know, life goes on. We continue to press forward. So education should now be way above capacity. Yes, yes, cool. Double. I'd rather have the money being drained and have overcapacity on education so that we can get people through the school system so that they want to upgrade their homes. Which also helps industry to upgrade. So we make more tax dollars in the long run. So we've got to wait for that bunch of folks to rebuild. I don't know that I really want residential right here because we are thinking about putting the train station here, but I guess we can just rezone it. Like, just kind of rework this corner of town once that problem arises. Is that not zoned? It's not. That's what. Resident zone, that little area. Which is fine. I think our employment's kind of where we want it to be right now. Yeah, 3%. Not much more we can do with it. 88% traffic, but in a town of 4,600, if you're dying from traffic problems, you have done something incredibly tragically wrong. So while we're waiting for that growth to reoccur, I'm going to go through and put down some more parking spaces because that's always exciting. So these need to go, yeah, this is the right one, this direction. Go, the snap. Such a fantastic addition to the game. Thank you to the creator who made it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's freaking amazing. Yep, I need to turn my snap off so I can get this over here by the curb. Yep, and then just fill in the right direction. Yep, can I here, please? All right, line that up, and oh, that's perfect, beautiful. There we go. Both sides of the street now have angle parking. Used to live in a town that their downtown had nothing but angle parking, except for one street that was 1 block long was parallel parking. Everything else was angle parking. I'm a little worried that this intersection could eventually become an issue, but I think with the low density that we're going to have all around, it should, fingers crossed, be okay. So I'm going to start a little landscaping on this area here by our park, even though I still have big plans for it. Let's do, what are the trees that we have on this map? We have yew trees, pines and Corsican pines, and tree with leaves. That might be the alder. People like to call it the Adler, and that's just not its name. So we're gonna do like some of these big dudes, like for screening. I know I'm not putting that many of them down right now. Intentional. Not yet. I want to wait and see what I'm gonna have there. And I don't know exactly what that's gonna be. That was a weird bit of lag. I can do one there. So I can do this backside here. Not too much trouble. I don't want these to be the only tree that's defining this, so I'm going to leave a little space so I can come back in and get some other tree in between them all. Which maybe we'll do this guy. Small beach. And I don't do perfectly straight lines like a lot of creators do. I think that, I mean, I've seen, you know, I've been in cities where the parks have what appear to be very symmetrical trees, but then when you kind of look down the line, there's kind of an organic weave to them. I don't like it when creators just spam straight lines and stuff. Unless it's like shrubberies or something. And then, by all means, make a straight line shrubbery. I don't really care. Let's switch back. That and put like one there and one there. I don't know why the trees aren't rotating anymore. And there. And this corner, I would like to have one of our larger trees kind of as a backdrop. Let's see if I can grab one of those. There we go. Maybe even a couple. It's nice. And underneath that, you know, that wouldn't be a very frequently visited area by any of the groundskeepers. Like that corner would probably be fairly well overgrown. So we're going to do some high vegetation. It's right there in that corner. I think that looks good from both the town side of it. It looks like a nice, inviting place to go with lots of shade. But when you're in the park, it helps shield you from the fact you're surrounded by a town. And you can kind of feel like you're getting away from it all by being there. Why won't that go away? Can you bugger off, please? There it goes. Sometimes you just gotta click a lot. Excuse me. I'm very sorry that I keep yawning. I'm quite tired. Point that I'm thinking we might wrap up the stream here a little bit because I'm just beat. I've been stressing out all day. Well, not all day. Between my two streams of the day. Looking at a job in another town and cost of living there is big. Big. I'm just not sure that I can make it work with my financial obligations. I really don't like this. I think I'd rather just have these be bridges going across. I really do. I think we'd be better served to have that connectivity than putting it on just these three bridges. So let's get rid of this. It wasn't getting a ton of use to begin with, so it's all right. I want this. I'm bringing it up 12 mark without it connecting. Let's go up 9 meters because that's how much we need to clear both the railroad and highway. And of course, I don't know what mod does it that always forces it to ground every time you go back and switch roads, but I'm tired of it, and that mod creator needs to fix their damn mod. Now it's easy to be like armchair quarterback style on mods, but it's really annoying. Like, super annoying. Let me choose... That should be the default. Normal should be the default, not ground. Let me choose if I need it to go somewhere else. That's right, we're going to do a train station here, so I don't want one across there. Ooh, that might have just removed our ability to do that train station, though. Put it in the middle. That's going to be really close to get the tracks to come up and off where I need them to go. That bridge may have been a bad idea. I don't know. We're still a ways away from getting train stations, I think. Yeah, 8,500. So basically, we need 3,000 more people, which we could probably cram in here. Let's take a look at our land values. It's starting to improve. Yeah, but strangely, that brighter green that we had is no longer there. It's all back to being just teal, and we've got one or two little spots that's kind of in between. It's like a medium high. These parks really should be having a greater impact on the area. I've got Parks and Recreation on. So we are increasing the land value around our parks. I'm not sure what's happening here. It's really bizarre. However, the city looks very happy at the moment. Starting to see our residential creep back up. Man, I really hate zoning more residential when so much of it is still at just the 2 and 3 level. Not too much at the first tier, but we do have a lot in 2 and 3. I'd really rather see like about 75% of our residential upgraded. But I don't want to spam a bajillion parks everywhere. Thought the schools would help a great deal on that. Let's look at our fire coverage and all that good stuff. It's actually solid-ish for most of the town. Like this corner is going to need a little bit of help. Same down on this corner. Even really up there. Garbage satisfying healthcare. Yeah, maybe we could do with some more healthcare. Throwing a clinic right off of that street. And then we'll throw a clinic in right over here. Or down this way so we get better coverage down here. Actually, we could probably even put it right off the square here. Now I get a lot of it. I get a lot of it, but I like this better. Yep, cool. So we've got a clinic just a block away from the high school. So, you know, if it starts to burn when you pee, you can just go to the clinic after school. You getting close? No, you're still about 1,000 people away from your next upgrade. I don't want to do too much landscaping until I have everything in that I want. Then I want to add a couple little extra paths, like maybe like a ring path through here. Not an exact ring, just like a curve, and a curve, and a curve, and a curve. A blobby ring, so that we can get, you know, other amenities back in there. We can screen some sections off, like surrounded by trees, so you've got like your own little private area. Or you leave some larger green spaces. That could be like where people go to play frisbee or whatever. You have options. I would really like to make this park style. Oh no, we have unlocked all 4 parks already. I'd really like to make these 2 islands a giant nature reserve. I just think they're calling out for that. Here's a massive, massive map. And I don't really understand why creators do stuff like this. I mean, it's cool, it's pretty. Why do they have all these roads in here that go nowhere? Like, they've got this road coming out. It ends there. It becomes a dirt path. So, what good is that? It's like none. That's the answer. There is no that nothing is useful here. Can't really do much in the way of zoning here because you'll ruin the aesthetic of it. Because I don't really get why this type of stuff exists. Other than for the map makers to kind of show off and be like, hey, look at that cool pretty thing I made. We got equal levels of demand right now, but we still have people moving into town, which means to have it zoned that we're starting to get more upgraded. Yeah, a lot of those remaining level 1 homes are finally starting to upgrade. We have a nice bright spot here, so that makes me happy. Oh, I know why our bright spot changed. I moved where the schools were. Well, you would think that we would have a good land value back here, a school and a park. Doesn't really add up, does it? I think this looks good. A little bit of repetition, unfortunately, but otherwise, I like this style of building for around our square. We may do something different later. I don't know. But for now, it's what I want. Why is nothing doing there? Excuse me, this mod pack must not have any one tile buildings. Yeah, really big demand for just everything, which is kind of nice to have it balanced like that. One thing I want to do for the industry that'll help them with traffic. Give them a couple of these, but that one won't fit, but I can make it fit. By just bringing the road out like that. I'd be able to get 2 of them. That 1, 2, but with the other one down here. These will, when they're just set to commercial goods, just store what these factories produce. Like, as soon as I change this to commercial goods, you will see a lot of trucks immediately start coming in here. And those aren't imports. Those are our local industries filling them up. Like there, that guy just dropped something off. He is from that industry. So by doing this, by putting these in, these guys have 15 trucks each. These little industries only have 1 truck each. Sometimes if they're bigger in level 3, they'll have 5. If he leaves and decides he needs to export his stuff outside of town, that truck's tied up forever until it gets back, which is a long time to get all the way off the map and back. And so if this dude fills up his invisible warehouse full of goods, you get the not enough buyers for product problem popping up. So by including a place for them to sell that, these guys can then worry about distributing it with a whole lot more trucks, leaving these trucks freed up to only have to go to here. It does create temporary traffic problems, but those tend to resolve themselves rather quickly. I can fit a road over there. Can I key on it? It is. I cannot fit a road over there. I was really hoping to get a road squeak right by there. Nope. It is already occupied space. That's sad. Ooh. Man, you don't want to go at a weird angle. Just barely. Can't get one to go like that. Obviously, it would let me do that, but that's not something I want. All right, unemployment holding steady at 4%. It's kind of like my bellwether is unemployment and land values. That really dictates what I zone more, because there's just no point in zoning if they've not completely upgraded yet. Because then you're going to have more citizens than you need in your town. So we're doing great on schools. Next milestone is 6,500. Yeah, so we are just 700 shy of that. So maybe I should just go ahead and zone some more. I really wanted to have offices around the square too. I guess I still can, but we do have some definite commercial needs. So I'm going to fill in just a couple little pockets of commercial throughout the area. Just enough to say that people have a place to go. Yeah, let's have one right here by the high school, so high school kids can stand outside and harass passersby. Be like, dude, I'll give you an extra $20 if you go in and buy me beer. Like, no, go away. You're probably a cop. Plus, I wouldn't do that anyway. Let's do another little segment commercial there. That should sap our commercial demand. We're starting to see industry rise, which means our unemployment is probably starting to slowly tick up because the population is continuing to grow. We got almost all of our level 1 homes replaced with level 2 or even 3 homes. Level 3 is well over half of everything right now, and then we do have some level 4s. And you want them ranked up or leveled up as high as you can get because they pay more taxes the higher up they go. It's like, we're bringing in, what, $13,000, $14,000 right now between our zoned areas. If those were all level 3s, we'd be bringing even better. Because you can see that our level 4s, which is not a very big number of buildings by any stretch of imagination, is bringing in almost as much as level 2s, which is probably about a third bigger as far as the number of people in it. Well, I know what we can do for some land value and general happiness. We can start doing emergency broadcast services and disaster shelters and that. Put an antenna there as an early warning system that catches most of the town. We'll eventually replace it with the big one once we have the big one available. But for now, we're going to put that in, and we're going to put in some emergency shelters. So we have 6,000 people. These each only hold 1,000 each. Sit and stay, Brandon. So right now we would want 6, or we could wait. We get 6,500 people and get put in this, which holds 10,000. So we need 1. There's 1,600 a week. These are 480 a week. So yeah, 6 of those would cost me more per week than 1 of the other ones. That would cost me 24, and then 2880 versus $1,600 for this. So we're just gonna wait for now. They do have an antenna that's informing them of disasters that they can do absolutely nothing to prepare themselves for. Earthquake sensor coming soon. Tsunami warning buoy might not be a bad idea. The building covers the whole city and can give advance notice of thunderstorms. Well, until we have a place to take shelter from those, kind of pointless, but at least we have a cool looking antenna. Okay. So our town is still slowly but surely growing. It's our death rate versus our birth rate. I know there's somewhere to tell that. It's here. 16 births a week, but only 6 deaths a week. So we are gaining new citizens through births. Maybe not so many of people right now. Looks like we've kind of reached the edge of where we're going to grow, though, because it's starting to go back and forth between green and red down here. And right now, we're losing, 6, 3, 1, and they'll probably jump back up. I was hoping to jump back into green for me. Didn't. I can do mass transit, but again, I kind of feel like maybe it's a little too early for that. I almost want a trolley line going around, just around the square. Not really all that useful, but... Pretty difficult getting bus connectivity there if we're going to do parking lots both sides of the road on all four outlines of the square or the diamond, however you want to look at it, since it's sitting at what, 45 to everything else? Yeah, 45 to everything else. All right, we're zoning. We're doing it. I don't want to wait. We still have a huge demand. Commercial though. There's really nowhere else that I want to throw in any commercial other than around the square. So even though I wanted offices here as well, just short ones, go ahead and zone that. We might even do like for some reason I did not finish. That here. That 4. That's 4x4. It just looks really. And then right here, by 4, and that gets that 4x4. And then there's not a 4x4. And there is, but it's occupied by. So we're gonna spam down a bunch of residential. And then here, this post here. Let's take a look at our topography. Yeah, they all need to go. Because they'll make really ugly buildings that cause issues with the train. We can do like that. That'll be fine with the rest of that up there. Nah. And then they're saying they need more industry as well. I'm just going to go ahead and get that in here. Right there. So small little upgrade, but hopefully it'll be enough to get us or keep our employment rate nice and high. Park needs about 400 more people for its next upgrade. I mean, it's doing all right, though. I mean, it's getting a dozen visitors a week, which is never true. It's always way more than that. Like, you look around and see there's more than a dozen people in here at any given time. The nice thing about where this is located is it's going to encourage people to walk and bike through there, thus wanting to pay us. So while we're waiting for all of that stuff to do its thing, I am going to go ahead and figure out where I want to connect. Just a road that, or not a road, but a walkway that rings around here. That made that look really weird. I don't want a circle. Do not want a circle at all. There we go. That'll offset it from being a circle. This one. There. Where was the one that it made look weird? Right here. Can I make that better? Not without it getting that weak. Also, behaving strangely, so let's just redo this one completely together. That straight in, I believe. Don't do this to me. There's got to be a way that I can get both of these in here without having both of these. There we go. Cool. That'll probably help even more people want to cut through here because now it's an even bigger shortcut and you're right through there. Like that. Nice flat area for a park though. So I'm thinking like we'll leave like a big green space here, but some of these uses, maybe we'll have another little path that like goes back here to just, I don't know, something secluded, maybe like the trampoline park or something. Just so parents, you know, feel as though they're in a nice, safe, secluded area with their kids. So is this going to be enough to get us to our next milestone? We still have a bit of demand. What's our unemployment looking like? It's still nice and low at 4%. So we're holding pretty steady on making sure everyone gets a job. Like in Magnolia Heights, we're almost full. That's kind of impressive. Usually, you don't, when you go click on an area, it's not that close. I mean, that's just 50 jobs that aren't filled in this whole area. It's only 10%. So that's not bad. And it's going up and down, so that should continue to fill as more people come in here. We're about 170 away from where we need to be for our next goal, which gets us some decent policies. No, those are 8,500. All the good ones are 8,500 away. But we'll be able to get education boost at 6,500, so that'll help get people educated, which in turn will raise land value, and it is starting to creep around up there. So I bet if we look, surprisingly, that's a lot of commercial. This corner of town is very well served, like very well served, and we've got way more than enough capacity. Like 792 eligible high school students, 2,000 capacity. It's almost triple what we need. And here, it's almost 4 times what we need. So we are doing well. All this is going. I'm going to work on extending out our park area down to the beach by doing this right here, so that I can get a gate in down here. Because I think this will be a nice area to bring a path down. Right off of that road. And if I look at my topography, should be able to, get a path down that kind of just follows the land nicely. That'll work. I can deal with the side looking a little built up, but it's kind of a nice smooth transition. And we're just gonna have a path that like follows the beach all the way around over here. You'll have like a gate here, maybe one here, maybe one here, maybe one here. We're gonna see how these roads eventually wind up breaking down, or not breaking down, but you know what I mean, where they land. One thing we can do to raise land value a little bit is put in the decorative grass road. I don't want to do the trees road everywhere. I always do the trees road. But this will help somewhat because it lowers noise, therefore it raises land value. What it doesn't do is lower noise for the player or the viewer because it just makes this horrific thud. I've always found great irony in that. The road that helps the noise. Hey, there's our population goal. The road that helps the noise is the one that is loudest in game. There we go. We got an education boost. Nothing really here that I want to do. The education boost should help us start getting more people through school. Careful not to hit our main square there. Very carefully through here. I think that's already all done up there, yeah. It's down here. Interesting, I'm gonna have to use anarchy for these two. whole area here knocked out. Except for those two, because they're like, nope. Weird audio lag again. I guess we just have there and there, there and there. Here. Oh, it's fine. I didn't mean to do that. I thought that there was a bridge there, and then I just messed things up. But nope, it's fine. Cool, and then we'll go in here and get the 4-lane with grass, which will also help reduce noise ever so slightly. Kind of like to get rid of parking in here on this area. I don't really like the parking on the area leading up to a roundabout. There, that should have given us a teeny tiny increase in land value everywhere, which, yeah, I guess so. You're wondering why this is so valuable down here. It's because it's right by the water. And just like me in real life, these guys like living near the water. A lake, a river, an ocean, I don't really care, though, if I had my preference, like absolute preference. Ocean. Specifically, the Pacific Ocean. Pacific just puts off a different vibe. Nope. And here, there, and around. Not sure how I feel about the grid infiltrating this area. I mean, it'd be an easy way to get the connections made, but I don't know how much I like it. I'm going to build it out and see what I think of it once it's done. There. There. Across. Up. Oh, that was a mistake and a half. That and like that, and then we can just make some local connections throughout here. Bring one swooping in off of this. So one that kind of swoops off of that. Now these, I think I can get away with them being just straight roads. Like this, I can get this to connect. Grid. No, I definitely want to curve these, but for the most part, I'm going to go like one out. Nope. And then we can bring those around, just kind of this road. Ah. It was curving so nicely, and then it's like, nah, I'm out. Yeah, that'll get some connections into this area. So, guys, I am worn out tonight, and the longer I sit here, I'm starting to get a headache. So I think I'm going to wrap about an hour early tonight. I'm not even going to do any marbles this evening. I'm just not feeling it. Sorry. We are 2 visitors away on our park, though. 1 visitor away on our park to its next milestone. There we go. So we can get some gazebos in. We'll put some gazebos in along down the beach eventually. But for now, I'm going to call it here and go ahead and wrap up. I don't even think I'm going to look for anybody to raid. I'm just worn out. I'm sorry. So let's switch to this scene. And while this is doing its thing and I save and all that good stuff, let's call this the November 20 live stream city. Or 21, I know what year it is. Live stream. There we go. That way we can pick this back up in the next live stream. I think it's a nice start to what should be a unique little city. I like that we've got industry over there in its own little industry park. I like how we've got a nice big square with a huge city park in the middle with lots of green space. I think it's going to be a good thing. But I'll be back live Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Of course, you can catch YouTube videos and all that good stuff. Normally at this point I'll be throwing links at you, but they don't work because I turned off Streamlabs and I haven't gotten Stream Elements set back up yet. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. And I hope to see you all next time. Have a good night.